Hi, this is Lorraine with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney, and I'm coming on today to show you this cute card we made Tuesday night in our Zoom class. This is a Z-fold card that opens up, and it's really, really pretty. I think you will like it, and I think you will agree that it's really, really easy to make. And so we're going to make this, and then after we make this card, I'm going to show you the things I got in my pre-order for the next mini catalog, and I think you'll like having a sneak peek at those things too. Okay, so to make the card, we started with a piece of basic, or this is the thick basic white cardstock. And it's half of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11. And we're going to put a couple of score lines in it. Whoops, I'm messing this up here. Okay, so first one we're going to do is at 5.5 inches. Okay, and then the second one is cutting this 5.5 inch piece in half at 2 3/4. And we're going to score that again. Okay, and I can put my trimmer off to the side now. All right, so I'm going to fold this. I fold it so that the scored line stays on the outside on the main fold. Now on this fold, you're going to fold the top piece back onto itself. So that is the opposite way I usually fold on a fold line. And I'm just going to use my bone folder to really get some nice crisp folds there. Okay, so that's the card base. You can see the Z right there. And then we're going to take some designer series paper. This paper is from the Sweet Symmetry suite, and the paper is called Sweet Symmetry. That's easy enough. And we're going to use the probably what would be considered the back sides, the softer patterns of these, and we're just going to put the 3 pieces of DSP right on here. And these pieces are 4 by 2.5, and I'll put all the dimensions in the description of the video. I'm just checking to make sure I'm right side up in the description of the video when I'm done. Okay, if you used a dark card base, not a white card base, you would need a piece of basic white that was also 2.5 by 4, and you would put that right here, leaving a little border between the two so that when you closed it you wouldn't see the piece of white peeking through. I find myself using lots and lots of white card bases in the summertime. I just seems to be fresh and clean. Hello, Courtney. So that's how you make the trickiest part of this card, and that is pretty easy, wouldn't you say? So then I cut a stitched rectangle from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. I used the second largest one to cut that, or you could just cut a triangle, and I'll put those dimensions there, but I think this is roughly, let's see, 2 3/4 by 2.5. So I'm going to do my stamping on this before I attach it to the card. Yes, sorry. I'm realizing that I need to grab a block. I want this long, skinny block to put the flowers on. And technically this Sweet Symmetry paper coordinates with Night of Navy, but I think that this lighter color of blue that's also in here looks a lot like the Misty Moonlight, so I chose to use Misty Moonlight. Courtney, thank you so much for sharing the video. I appreciate that. Likes and share help me to spread this video with more people and share more card making tips. I'm going to stamp off once with the Misty Moonlight and then stamp the flower on there. There we go. And next I'm going to use the sentiment, which is wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. And this is from the Peaceful Moments stamp set. I use these different sentiments a lot. You can tell by my case and how dirty it is. I'm going to make this into an anniversary card. So I think that is a good sentiment. And I'm going to do this one full strength, so it'll be just a little bit darker. And I'm going to put it near the bottom. There we go. Okay. And then I am going to stamp the little dragonflies from the Dragonfly Garden stamp set up in the corner. And again, after I ink it up, I'm going to stamp off once and then stamp these so they look like they're flying right off of my little piece of paper. There we go. And while I'm stamping, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my dragonfly. I won't put that on the piece of the die cut just yet, but I'll get it stamped and punched, so we'll be ready. I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo for that. I love the combination of Flirty Flamingo and Misty Moonlight. And I'm using the rest of the piece of paper that I cut that stitched rectangle out of. So this goes into the punch straight on. So I tried to get it fairly close to the bottom edge so that it will fit nicely in the punch. And it dries pretty quickly. I can put it right in here. And I always punch looking at my image. I always stamp first and then punch. Okay, and there we have it. The last thing I'm going to do to that is I'm going to save this little dragonfly for another project. I'm going to give it a little bit of Whimsical on its wings. I think that gives it just enough shine and almost like a little translucence like you'll see in dragonflies. The Whimsical dries pretty quickly and really adds just a great little touch. I'll pick this up as soon as I'm done and see if you'll be able to see some of that sparkle. There we go. Let's see. I don't know if you're gonna see that, but I do love that Whimsical. Okay, so now we're going to put this part of the card together, and so this is going to get adhered to the front. I try to center it top and bottom and left and right, and you want to pay attention that you don't put any adhesive on the part that is not sticking to the flap. So I'm going to get that where I think I want it. And then I'm going to open this up Whoops, I've already moved it a little bit. I'm going to open it up and put just a tiny little pencil mark right there. And I'm going to only put my adhesive to the right of that pencil mark. And I won't go too close to that line just in case I don't get it exactly the same. And I'm trying to use my grid paper a little bit to see if I'm getting this centered. Now with the glue, I have a little bit of time to wiggle it into place. I think that looks pretty good. And I'm not sticking on that side. So that's the most important part. Okay, and now I'm going to put on my little dragonfly. And I'm going to, if I have them here, I thought I had some small dimensionals. Oh, yes, here they are. I'm going to put a bigger dimensional in the middle of the dragonfly, and then I'm going to double up 2 smaller dimensionals on 2 of the minis on each wing. And you can even do that without putting a dimensional in the middle. But what that's going to do is, I hope, give a little bit of a curve to the wings so that they look like they're flying. It's going to the double dimensionals are going to hold them up just a little bit. We'll see if it works. And I'm going to put that like it's landing. Oh, I don't want to cover up my words. Landing on the flowers. There you go. So there's a little bit of a swoop to the butterfly's wings. All right, and the last thing I'm going to add to that, on this one I added sequins. And truth be told, that one's in the middle of a dragonfly because that dragonfly didn't stamp very well. Today I thought I would add the In Color Square Gems, the 2020-2022 In Color Square Gems. And they have a little sparkle to them. I hope you can see that. So I'm going to use a couple of the Misty Moonlight ones. And I didn't really think about where I would put these ahead of time. Maybe I'm going to put them right under the sentiment. And then maybe one, I'm going to put all 3 of them under the sentiment. And I put them on an angle so they look a little bit like diamonds. So wishing you every happiness this day, this special day will bring. And then I'll write my little message in there. So that's a really fun Z-fold card. And it's a quick layout, and I think it looks great with any papers. Here's another one that I had done before the Zoom class. This is also with the Sweet Symmetry papers, but 2 different ones. That's the Just Jade, which I'm really liking. And then I used some trees and some balloons and made this one. I'm glad you like those gems, Courtney. So I also thought, since I got a box with my pre-order last night, that I would show you what I got from the upcoming catalog. This is the new catalog that is coming out. It's called the July-December catalog, but it's not starting till August 3rd this year because there's been so many shipping delays. Stampin' Up! Delayed it for a year. Now the reason I can pre-order from this catalog is because I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have to tell you that's my second favorite benefit. I love shopping with a discount. That would be my first favorite benefit. And pre-ordering, getting my hands on things early, that's my second favorite benefit. I don't like sticky stuff on my catalog. Of course, my favorite part of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is all the wonderful people that I get to meet. But this is the catalog. If you don't have one, I'd be happy to send you one. Just send me a message with your address and I will get that in the mail to you. So demonstrators can order a month early. So this is the box of things that I got yesterday. And I'll show you. I've organized them a little bit, but I haven't played with them yet. So I love sparkly bling, and these are not too pokey. I don't think they'll poke through cards and envelopes. So they're real red and a clear and gold sparkly. I love those. I also got an embossing folder. I haven't even opened this one up yet. This one is called Timber, and it reminds me a little bit of the pine wood one that we had several years ago. It is a 3D embossing folder, so it gives you a nice, good impression, and you'll want to use the 3D embossing plate with this one for the best luck going through your machine. I love to do gift bags and treat bags or little gift boxes to give to neighbors or the post office or my grandson's class at daycare. So I got this set, Time of Giving, and the dies that go with it to do. It can do Halloween or fall, thankful, and Christmas, or just winter with snowflakes, fall with the leaves. I figure I can also use them on cards. And these are the dies that go with it. So you can cut out leaves, cut out the wheat. This looks like more leaves. Oh, matches the stamp, snowflakes. And then these are little tags, a snowflake cutout that would go on a tag, a Santa and his reindeer, or a sleigh and reindeer cutout that would go on a tag. So this is really pretty cool too. And then there's a pumpkin one for fall and an ornament one. So I can't wait to use that. I love to do little 3D boxes and little bags. So that will be fun. And then I do love some bold sentiments, because you can make a great card with just some pretty paper on the front and a bold sentiment. So this covers the fall, Halloween, thinking of you, which I can use all year round, and I love this beautiful Peace on Earth with the dove. So I thought this was a great stamp set. It's a red rubber stamp set. Okay. Then I got a couple of sweets. And this first sweet is called the Whimsical and Wonder sweet. So it has a stamp set and some dies. This has trees and ornaments, a little bit of holly. It says, let your heart be light. May the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart. Really nice sentiments. I think they're really pretty. And it has some dies that go with it. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4 outline trees. And then this one would make like a garland that goes on a tree. And then a cute little tree on a stick. It kind of reminds me of a folk art tree. So I think that will be fun. And in that suite, you also get some holographic snowflakes, and there's 20 of these in here. So you can make at least 20 cards with these. Sometimes you can cut them in half and just use a portion of these on cards. It also has a ribbon. Let me see if I can open this ribbon so I can show you the edge of it. Because it has a little bit of a different edge. It almost has a fluffy edge. I think it's really been, the fibers have been pulled out, like you could call it frayed, except it's a very neat fray. It's not a messy wild fray, and it's very soft. That's a pretty ribbon. And then it comes with a Christmas paper that's very non-traditional in colors. And I have to tell you, I was very skeptical about this paper. I really didn't think I was going to like it. But it's more beautiful in person than it is in the catalog. So this paper, I don't know if you can tell, but it's very holographic. I have a blue sweatshirt on, so it's picking up lots of blue from my sweatshirt. But I wonder if I hold this green card here, it picks up a little bit different colors. But it's very pretty snowflakes. And on the other side is cool stripes. Now this would not have to be Christmas on that side. This is gorgeous holly. It has old olive and I think mint macaron and some of that holographic color. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I love, love, love this paper with the trees and those stars. Gorgeous. And then the back is kind of a distressed diamonds. Those aren't quite polka dots, but they're more like diamonds, and that's a mint macaron. Oh, there's the pink on the back of the other one. And of course, those would not have to be Christmas. Here are some gifts wrapped in, I think it's Misty Moonlight, and some pink, and some old olive mossy meadow color, some mint macaron, and again, some of the holographic images. And then the back is a mossy meadow in pink with the holly. Very pretty. This is really holographic, all different colors shining through, and a diagonal stripe, and then a mossy meadow polka dot. And this one, in the catalog, did absolutely nothing for me. Might be one of my favorite. It is ornaments, has a deer on it, some roses, little decorations. It kind of has a retro or a vintage feel to it. I'm not sure what the right word is, but I do like it. And it has Misty Moonlight trees on the back, which I think are beautiful too. So I have to tell you, I would call this a sleeper from the catalog. I would have totally overlooked it. It's beautiful. That paper looks gray, but it's really a Misty Moonlight. Okay, and then I got one other suite. And this one is the Peaceful Cabin. I just love the look of this log cabin, and I've seen already a couple of people make it into a card for summertime and not just winter. Has a fence. It has some great sentiments. Thank you, wishing you the best. Your kindness makes the world a more beautiful place, and may you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. More trees and snowflakes, a little cloud kind of thing. And this is also a red rubber stamp set. There are also dies that go with this. So you have a cabin, you have an outline that I think goes around the cabin. You have something that makes an outline of trees as well as cutting out individual trees. I'm not sure what that, oh, that's the fox. It cuts out the little fox stamp set. Snowflakes, more ground. So you can really make, there's a little fence, a whole scene with these. This paper I was very excited about, and it did not disappoint me. It is grays and black and sparkly. Oh, I love it. I love this paper right here. I might have to make a scrapbook page out of this because I'm not sure I can cut it up for cards, or I'll have to buy another pack. And it has a nice gray neutral pattern on the back. This is ready for you to cut into quarters, it looks like. A nice wintry scene and some mountains in the distance. And then it has trees in smoky slate and white in the back. Then we have a snowflake with sparkles. Oh, and a gingham. I love it. I love it. I love this timber or wood grain pattern with the shimmer and trees on the back. That's really, really pretty. And I love this one. This could be for any time of the year. I need to make a 95th birthday card for my father-in-law, and I was thinking this sparkly paper might look really nice on a birthday card. And then there's some cabins. This is the cabin on the stamp set, and then an A-frame and a different log cabin. It's really pretty. And then another piece that's very silvery and sparkly, and you could cut this for cards, and you would have a piece, you know, 5 1/4 by 4, and have a beautiful spot down here for ribbon and a sentiment. I can see it making a really cool card. And then there's just a pattern on the back. That suite also comes with a velvet paper, and I wasn't sure about this, but it's really pretty cool. It doesn't have a lot of height to it or a lot of texture, but I think it will look like pretty snow, and it will add a different texture to the card. It also comes with some sequins that you can put on with glue dots, or would make a great shaker card. Some of this paper would be great for a shaker card. And then another really cool ribbon. And I can see this ribbon going with the pink Christmas paper also. You know, you can always mix and match your sweets, what you like. I can't find the beginning. There we go. But this is a really cool sparkly ribbon. It's gonna tie well, and it has some pink and silver sparkles in it. Looks like one side is more, no, I guess the pink and the silver are on both sides. It's really pretty. Really, really pretty. All right, I have a few more things that I bought that aren't really part of anything. There's a Harvest Meadow paper. Yeah, Harvest Meadow. The stamps look like they would go really well with this Dragonfly Garden and the other one, Dandy Wishes or Garden Wishes. Garden Wishes, I think, is the other one. These papers look like they will coordinate with that beautifully. They have my Misty Moonlight and my Coral. Again, Calypso Coral or Flirty Flamingo. I think that's a coral. They have the wheat. I can use this with my fall treat bags. Look at those colors for fall. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Mint macaron. And this has little words on it. And then another gold. I think these are bumblebee. More of the Calypso Coral, or that one could be Flirty Flamingo. And some Sahara Sand. Oh, this is one of my favorites in there. In Misty Moonlight. Some of these colors are not coming out. I'm looking up at my camera, and this one looked pink on the camera. It's really a coral color. More bumblebee. And another Sahara Sand, and on the other side some greens and bumblebee and the coral. On this package it says the colors that it coordinates with are bumblebee, Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, Misty Moonlight, Soft Succulent. Yeah, I think there's Calypso Coral. There's always more colors on there than they mention to you. And then this pack is the, what's it called? Heartwarming Hugs. This is a return from last year. If you did not get this paper last year, you're going to be so thankful it came back, because it is beautiful. And I think it's probably the first time I used an entire pack of Christmas paper. Every single piece. I loved it. There's the red, let's see if this is real red, I believe. Real red, pear pizzazz, and mossy meadow. Polka dots and diamonds, another little pattern, red and white stripes, another red and green. Look at this checked. Oh, I loved that checked paper. That's a mossy meadow check, and then red and a candy striped, almost looks like a candy cane, a polka dot, another checked paper. Oh, I just love it. They look a little different on the computer screen, but the colors and the patterns are beautiful. So Stampin' Up! Is doing something new and different this August and September, and that's that we're having another Sale-a-bration. So let me grab my little brochure. Sale-a-bration is when spending $50 or $100 will qualify you for free product from this little brochure. And your order can be from the annual catalog, the big thick catalog, or this new mini catalog that's going out, and you'll get freebies. And I ordered a few freebies, so I want to show you those. Again, that's the benefit of being a demonstrator, getting to order early. This is a paper called Beauty Penned, and it goes with the hand penned papers that you've seen me use a lot, and the hand penned stamps. But it's black and gray and white, and I love it. I love it. You could color this. That's a fun pattern on the back. I think there's 4 of each in this one. Usually Stampin' Up! Does 2 of each. This is like almost a watercolor striped. And then another floral pattern that can be colored in. It's beautiful. And then the third design are the little leaves from hand penned on one side, and it's black and gray again, kind of a basic gray color. And then the other side is open, kind of irregular polka dots, so it has a cool feel to it because it's not quite as regular as some paper is. So that's a freebie. These dies are a freebie. They're called Summer Shadow dies, and these make beautiful flowers. Except for this outline, these 3 are outlines. These 2 and this one. The others make beautiful flowers and leaves that you can layer together, and you don't need the stamp set for. These are cutting out stamp set shapes, and this stamp set is in the annual catalog. So you have to buy this, but the dies are a freebie. So it has an outline that cuts out this, cuts out that, and then cuts out that sprig. And I've used this a lot already. I love the happy birthday, the hello you, and the thank you. I've used the some friendships are meant to be quite a bit, so I was so excited to see the dies that went with that. I had wished for dies. This is another freebie. It's called Feels Like Home, and I'm a sucker for bicycles. I love bicycles and stamps, so I love this doorway and the bicycles, a little climbing vine, some tulips. I love the sentiments. I can't thank you enough. Missing you. Your friendship feels like home to me. And I always love the combination of printing and script. It's really, really pretty. And I got one other set of things for free. This is Counting Sheep. Now remember the donkeys, and some people couldn't get the donkeys. They went on back order. These items are not going on back order, by the way. They are only while supplies last. So when Stampin' Up! Runs out, they run out. And everybody I've asked thinks the sheep and the sheep dies are one of the best offerings. So if that's what you want, I suggest you order right away on August 3rd. when the catalog goes live. So this says, "You're amazing, so glad it's your birthday." Has a little bit of grass, has a birthday hat you can put on the sheep. And then the dies, which are also a freebie. I think the dies are for a $100 order. They cut out the 3 sheep. They have a balloon, they have clouds, a sun. They cut out the birthday hat and a little pennant flag, as well as a fence. So that's a really fun set of dies. So that's what I ordered, my freebies and the other things that I ordered. And as I said, I will add the dimensions for this card to the description in just a minute. And I hope you enjoyed today's live. I hope you liked the cards and getting a sneak peek. I would love it if you would like and share this video, or like my page, Chat and Craft with Lorraine. And again, I'm happy to help you make cards like this at home. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and let me know if I can help. I wish you all a great afternoon. Bye-bye.